Okay, y'all, I gotta tell you about this dream I had. So, first thing I want to say to you is do not take the bait. So, listen to this. I had a dream, it was a couple of days ago, and I said I was going to let everybody know about it. So, in the dream, there was this woman, and she was really goading me and just trying to make me argue or fight with her or something. I don't know what her issue was, but she kept trying to fight me and argue with me, pick stuff. And so in the dream, in the beginning, when she was like picking at me, just trying to, like I said, goad me, I just was like, no, I'm not doing this with her. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not getting into a battle with anybody. And so I kept ignoring her. And then she was like rolling her eyes at me. And I'm like, what is wrong with this girl? I don't care about her rolling her eyes at me. But like I said, she just kept doing things and kept picking. So then it got to a point where I realized like she wanted to fight me. And I don't know how I knew she wanted to fight me, because she didn't say let's fight or I want to fight. But I could like tell in the spirit realm she wanted to have a fight. And I was saying to myself, I am not fighting this girl. And she bumped me. She actually bumped me. Again, I'm in a dream. So she bumped me. And I just looked at her and I was like, I don't want to fight you. And I'm not getting into a fight with you. And I was walking away from her. And she was like, yeah, you don't want to fight because you a punk. I'll do this, that, and the third to you in the dream. And I was like, what is wrong with her? And I was talking to God in the dream. I was like, God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this with anybody. I'm not trying to be in this type of space. The spirit that you got to be in to like get into a fight, to get into an argument, I don't want to be involved. And she just kept antagonizing me. So finally, I just was like, it doesn't matter what you say or what you do. I'm not getting into a fight with you. And then I woke up and I realized that I don't know if this is for someone else as well, but there's this part of me, like I really love the Lord, but there's this part of me that I will snap really quickly sometimes. Not all the time, but there are times where I would make a snap because I don't like for people to play in my face. And I'm not saying like I get into fights and I get into arguments because that's just, I don't get into fights and I don't get into arguments. I mean, I might argue with my husband or something like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like I don't. And I just was like, darn. So when I woke up, I was like, God, who was that? I was like, was that my inner self in my dream? And God was like showing me like that part of you has to die. So let me just back up, because I was explaining to you what the part of me is. So the part of me is that when people be playing in my face, and I mean stuff like lying to me and I know you lying to me, or you talking bad about me, it gets back to me, and then I see you and you smiling in my face, it'll rub me the wrong way, which it rub anybody the wrong way, when they have to encounter things like that. But it really just, it just burns my biscuits. I don't like for people to like look me dead in my eye and be lying or like being funny like that, because you don't really have to do that with me. Like, I don't really care if somebody's talking about me, really. I mean, that's really not my business. I learned that from the Bible in Ecclesiastes. I think it's Ecclesiastes 10. And it tells you, like, if somebody is talking about you and you overhear it, so meaning, like, if you find out about it, the Bible basically says, like, that's not your business. Like, what they said about you is not your business, because there were times that you probably talked about somebody, behind their back. So I'm not also... whatever, but it's like when I know you're lying on my name type, like talk about me like lying on my name. Like if you tell my real story, okay, because I got a colorful life, I've been through some things, it may be some gossip for you or whatever. But when you just start ad-libbing and making up, I'll be like, well, you ain't got to ad-lib or make up stuff about me because you're just trying to get people to dislike me. That really gets me upset. And I don't confront people about it and get all up in arms. I'll allow God to minister to my heart so I can get over it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like if I see them right after something like that, I'll have a feeling, like I'll feel a type of way. Or if I know you lying to me right in my face, looking me right in my eyes, you know, I'll feel a certain type of way. And I guess God was basically trying to deal with me in the dream to let me know, hey, if you come up against this, if somebody's trying to goad